Hey, 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 good evening. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome if it's your first time here. Hello, I hope your week is going well. Before I get started, let me just share this in my group just for a moment before I jump in and start talking about all the good stuff today. But if you come on live while I'm here, say hello, let me know you're here. If you happen to catch this on replay, comment replay so I know you're watching it on replay as well. So, there we go. Let me share this. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, let's do it this way. And share in a group. There we go. I'm finally going to do it this time. Every time I try and do this, something doesn't go right. But today it's working. It's working, so that's awesome. Great, that's shared, that's shared. Okay, so how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. It's been quite a week for me, to be honest, but in a good way, totally good way. So I don't know if you're not connected to me on my personal Facebook page, feel free to ask to connect. I'm a money management coach and I support women. I show them how to manage their money. I take them through a 12-week program where we go from novice to whiz in all things money management and all of that. But the week I've had, so I took some time off at the start of the week, and this always happens. And I should probably do it more often. Anytime I take time off, I get solutions to things that I've been thinking about. There's just a lot of productivity with everything else that needs to happen. For me, it's almost like, I don't know if anyone has this, well, I'm sure most people do, where you're in the shower and you have the best ideas. For me, it's just like that moment where your brain stops thinking about everything else, the hustle and bustle of the day, and it has space to actually come up with ideas and solutions. So that's my explanation. So one of the things you may have seen announced as well, the reconnection with my Nigerian name, which has been something I've been thinking about for some time. A few years I've been sort of roaming around it in my mind, and it's just, I don't even want to say it's not been the right time. I don't know why I haven't done it, but it's out there now. So for the first time, I guess, on this page, publicly, my name is Chigo. Yes, my name is Chigo, and I'm your money management coach. I am your budget fairy. So, okay. I will get used to saying it a lot more. And you must be wondering what is going on with her. So if you've not been here before and you're wondering what the hell is going on, I was assigned a Nigerian name and an English name at birth. And the English name was used for official settings and in school. And the Nigerian name was used at home and with family. And when I moved to the UK nearly 12 years ago, my Nigerian name's just not been used, right? And with everything that's been happening the last few months, the thinking about it that's been going on in the background for years, it kind of all just came to a head. And so we've done it. Okay, that was the longest introduction ever, but I felt like I had to share that, and I wanted to, for the people who have been very supportive to the news, hear it said as well, so you know how I pronounce it. Okay, to the topic for today. So I've said I'm going to talk to you about how a budget can make August the best month yet financially for you. And this is part of why I do what I do. This is why when I was thinking of what contribution I could make, this was the thing that came to mind for me, because it's priceless having that skill. So I'm just going to talk through some bullet points, how having one in place can make this your best month yet. And we are currently on the 29th of July, so August is going to be here with us in the next few days. And if you don't already have a plan for your money for the month of August, get it done. I have a private group where I had a workshop just Sunday gone where we actually sat down and did our budgets together. That video is up there, so you can go watch that and follow through. Just ask me to add you to the group and I'll put you in there. It's completely free, so you can get your budget done ready for the month of August, so you don't miss out on these benefits that I'm going to talk about. So the first thing I've got down is that you get to feel in control. That scattered feeling of we have a lot of things that we're juggling. We have a lot of things that we are dealing with, families, work, and things like that. The last thing you need is something else that just feels like it's out there and you don't really know what's happening. What having a budget or a spending plan does for you is that's not one of the things that's not in control. You've got your money in control. Sometimes you may not be able to control yet what you have coming in, right? Some people can, but if you have a paid job, then that's fixed. What you get month in, month out, there's nothing you can do about that unless you look for ways to, either add something else or upgrade your skills. But this is not the video for that. But let's say what you have coming in is fixed. You can't control that, but you can control where it goes. And that's one of the things a budget does for you. So just that feeling of in control, right? You are not waking up at night wondering, are things adding up? It's like that thing where they say, if you have a lot of thoughts in your head, put them on paper. And then your brain has that reassurance that it's not going to be forgotten. It's down on paper. That's kind of what it's like. It's putting your money plans to paper. So it's out of your head swirling and it's down, structured, in control. Okay. Point number 2, you get to tick off all the things that are important to you in this month. Because when you plan ahead the things that are important to you, in a budget, you can make all of those fit in. You can ensure that all of those are captured in there. So you get to tick them off. You get to prioritize, right? These are the important things. And you know that they're going to be covered because you already planned for them to be covered in there. That's what having a budget can do for you. You get to make sure the things that matter to you are covered. Because a lot of the time money comes in, everyone's trying to take their cut. First of all, there's the tax bit that goes out. So the tax man gets the first cut, and then our housing provider gets your cut, and then the utility bill. So this is, yes, it's useful for you, but it's everybody else's agenda. What about yours? What about what you want? The things that are important to you, you get to plan that in and make sure that it's there. So that's fantastic. Okay, point number 3. Looking beyond just the month of August, you get to deliberately and consciously contribute towards the longer term goals that you have. So whether that's to have your mortgage paid off, whether that's to become debt free completely, whether that's a holiday that you are planning for and you're saving up for it, or you're working towards paying it off like a debt or a mortgage, you get to deliberately contribute towards that goal. It's not just something that wish maybe. You're actually going to be able to do something about it because you're going to plan that in and you're going to contribute towards that goal that you have that means something to you. It's not an afterthought. It's not a last minute thought. You get to be deliberate about it. And there is a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that comes from that, and you can be proud of yourself and give yourself a pat on the back for that, because you're not just talking the talk, you're walking the walk as well. You are putting your money where your mouth is. That I want this goal, I'm deliberately putting towards it, and it's getting done, which I think is just brilliant. Okay, point number 4 is, are we on number 4 now? Let me just check. Do I have any comments? Let's see if I have any comments. Let me know. There we go. Okay. Right. So the next point, you get to spend money on fun things without guilt. Now, a lot of the times when people are buying things that they consider quote unquote not really important, there is a sense of feeling guilty that can come with it. But it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. Because here's the thing, and this is a crucial part of how I teach. I don't think a budget is complete without having something set aside that is for fun, for well-being, recreation, whatever you want to call it, something that is set aside for your soul, something that is just something that is good for your soul. To factor that in, that brings you joy and fun, and you get to plan that in. Once it's planned in, it's yours to spend it, whether that's handbag, shoes, whatever it is that makes you happy. I'm not judging. It's your money. You get to decide what's the thing for you that brings you fun, and you can spend on that without any guilt, because you know that you have a plan in place. You've planned for it. It's accounted for. And so there's no thought in the back of your mind of, I could be doing something else with this, because you have taken care of everything else. And this is what a budget can do for you. So sometimes people might have the idea that when they hear the word budget, it can have negative connotations. It can sound like something that's there to stop all the fun. That means you haven't worked with me yet, because it is part of what we plan in. You got to plan that in, because you're not going to stick to it if it's all too serious and there's nothing fun for you to do. But you can do that without the guilt. That's what having a budget can do for you, and that's part of why I love it so much. Okay, and then the last thing I've put down is that you won't have more month left than money. So imagine coming to the end of August. I don't know if you've been in this position before. People make jokes about it. You get to the third week. You're starting to probably eat the same thing day in, day out, because, you can't go to the shop, or you have had to hit the credit cards to get the essentials. You are just dying waiting for the next paycheck. A lot of the time, I'm not saying this is in every case, a lot of the time it's just a matter of planning ahead. It's just a matter of planning, because if you have a fixed amount coming in, month out, you can put a plan in place to spread it out evenly throughout the month, so that whether it's week 1 or week 4, you can maintain the same thing, so you don't end up with that feeling of having more month left than money. And that is what having a plan can do for you. That is what having a budget can do for you. And those are the things that I put down, that if we have all of that in place, especially if you're someone that's never put this in place before and have this, I promise you, it can make this coming month the best financial month yet. The peace of mind, the reduced stress, the knowing that you're working towards your goal, the being able to tick off everything that you wanted to in the month, everything that's important to you, and just not worrying about whether you're going to have too much month left. It's going to feel amazing, and I want to hear how that feels. If you go through this, you come into my group, you listen to the workshop, get your budget done, get your plan done, and stick with it for the month of August. I want to hear how that feels, because it's just incredible. And I'm debating whether to add this as a bonus point, because hopefully none of you are in this position. But personal experience, I'm sure I've shared it before, where we're now in 2020. So around 6 years ago, where I had the rug pulled literally from under my feet. I had no income coming in, and I had to live off my savings and make that stretch for a period of time. I didn't know how long that was going to be. So this is what I'm saying. Hopefully none of you is in this position. But during that time, if I did not have the foundations, the skills for how to put a money plan together and make it work, things would have gone so much more different, you know. And so it's in those moments that those skills come to hand. We don't need to wait to get to that point. I know the world's crazy right now with everything that's happening, jobs being lost, and you know, at times like this we need to call on those skills. If for some reason you're in that position, then even more so do you need those skills. Even more so do you need to know how to manage what you do have. And that's going to help you get through what, if that was the case, would be a pretty crappy time. It's just doing everything that you can from your end until circumstances change. But then those skills are not just for when there's not enough. Even when things change, they continue to serve you to get to where you want to be financially, to make sure you are the one calling the shots for your money and where it goes. Okay, so I finished with that little bit on there. I'm going to go in now and look at any comments if you have them. If you are watching this on YouTube or on LinkedIn, you know, say hi, comment, feel free to reach out if you have any questions as well. The invitation to the free group is open to you as well. Even if you're on YouTube or on LinkedIn, you do need to be on Facebook, of course, like to have a Facebook profile to actually get in. But if you just drop me a message to say you'd like to come in, I will go ahead and pop you an invite on there. And feel free to share this video. If you know someone you think this would be helpful for them, share it. Cost nothing. Let them have the information as well. And the more people around you that are keeping an eye on what's happening with their money, the more encouragement I guess you have as well to stay on that path, because the people around us do have an influence on what we do, whether we want to or not, and whether we recognize it and take the relevant action. Okay, folks, it's been lovely to talk to you again today. I know last week I had a guest, so it's good to be here with you guys again. And yeah, I look forward to your comments and your questions. So, Chigo signing out. Take care.